We are going to check refrigerant on a 410A system. And before you check the refrigerant, it's always good practice to make sure that your filter is cleaned. I just put in a brand new fresh filter, so our readings should be spot on. And make sure to check your outdoor condenser coil to make sure it's not plugged, so that you can get the most accurate readings possible. Which is less than a year old. I believe it was installed in the winter, so we just want to double check the refrigerant that everything is okay, and add refrigerant if needed, since installers cannot make adjustments during the winter time. So you're going to take a 9/16 wrench, and these will get these brass caps off. So this is our suction side to get superheat, which is going to go to your suction line. The suction line is typically thicker, and it's going to feel a lot cold, especially if the AC has been running. So we're going to put on here. And I like to use my 90-bit, which is basically a no-loss fitting, so that I don't get sprayed, and so that we don't lose any refrigerant. Will be going onto your liquid line, which is always going to be the skinnier line. Sometimes it'll feel a little bit warm depending on the temperature and how dirty your coil is. So just put it right on, and this is basically a pin that's going to push in on the Schrader core. It's backed all the way off, which is why we didn't get sprayed. So now we can twist and push the Schrader core in, and now we're getting our reading. We got 86 degrees on the liquid line, and on the high side we're at about 88. So that is only 2-degree subcooling. Now, if we refer to the manufacturer chart, our liquid temp is about 85, and the head pressure is only 270, which is out of range. So that's how we know that we gotta add subcooling to get at least 8 degrees subcooling. So since this system is 410A, we're gonna grab our 410A refrigerant jug. And you always want to keep track of how much refrigerant you're putting in. So I like to bring my scale with me just to monitor how much I'm taking in. Some guys like to just weigh it before and after, which is still fine, but I like to see it live. We're going to turn on the scale to make sure it goes to 0. Take off the cap, add the yellow hose on. Open the valve, and then because of the design of the tank, we got to flip it upside down. Stabilize, and then I zero it so that I can see an exact number. To add refrigerant, you're going to open the blue side to add. We're going to crack this open, and we will see our scale is proving that it's losing weight because it's being added into the system. So don't open it for too long, just add a bit at a time, and you got to let it stabilize for a few minutes. Add a little bit more, added about a half a pound. What's nice about these trains is that it tells you what subcooling to aim for. I know, and I already checked my metering device inside, it's a TXV, so that's why we're going based off of subcooling. You still want to check your superheat no matter what, so we're going to aim for 8 degrees subcool. So we're at 82 degrees there, and we're at 90 degrees there. 8 degrees subcooling at about 280. So that is looking a lot better according to our chart. We're right in the middle between this 80 and the 85. So we are in the mark between 267, 287 with 8 degrees subcooling. So this one is looking perfect. And of course, let's check our superheat now. To get your superheat, it's going to be the thicker line, and that will correspond with the blue side. For subcooling, it's going to be your skinny liquid line, correspond with your red high side. So we're steadying around 53 degrees on there, 38 degrees here, 15 degree superheat, which is spot on. And once when you flip this back over, make sure to shut the valve before taking the hose off. So we're just going to back off the pin. Now we can unthread, and almost nothing comes out. Always get a temperature drop. We got 68 degrees in the return for supply. When I first put it in earlier at the beginning of the call, just to see the difference, I had 50 degrees in the supply. Let's see how cold it will get now. So we got 46 degrees, so that was almost a 4-degree difference. Just goes to show that checking your refrigerant and making sure it's factory charged where it needs to be according to the manufacturer can make all the difference. I'll see you guys on the next call.